Hmm. I just tested this right before going live and it was working. Let's try this again. I promise I did my due diligence. Even this guy's not. Hmm. I did a test record right before going live. And it worked. When I did the recording, it properly showed the game capture, but now that I'm live streaming, it doesn't want to load the mirror. Well, ain't that kind of pooey? All right, we're going to try something else out. I don't know why it's doing that. That's kind of odd. Bear with me, guys. We've got some first-time stream technical issues going on, but I did do my due diligence. Beforehand, the recording was working properly, so I'm not sure entirely what's going on. But we'll get this figured out. Let's just try a basic display capture. Maybe that'll do better. Hide this guy for now. Shrink this guy down. I'm also streaming from my MacBook. So there's going to be some new things to learn there. I have not streamed in years. And it's my first time ever streaming on YouTube. Why is this not working? Do what I'm trying to get you to do, please. Oh my gosh. There we go. Alrighty, now let's try mirroring and seeing if this version works. I'm watching this on my other monitor, the live stream, to see if it eventually kicks over. Quite the delay behind. Okay, now it's working. Sweet. There is a solid delay, but we will go with it for now. Hello and welcome to King Arthur Legends Rise. Today is launch day, guys. Now, if you're like me, I did not realize that the early access was going to be the only server at launch. So, do I have audio? I do. So yeah, I didn't realize that there would not be a new server at launch, or else I would have played a lot more. I kind of just dabbled around to see if I would like the game, and then decided I was going to wait until launch to really pump some time into it. But we're going to be checking it out for a little bit. I'm not too invested in the story, so you'll see me skipping around there. And I don't know too much about this game. I try to go into these games pretty blind. That's the way I enjoy them the most. And I try not to kill myself before launch, learning about all the biddies. Not too much of a min-maxer. But what I had seen was these sweet animations, and that caught my attention. It does sound like it's not too big of a deal, though, starting behind everybody. It sounds like there's not a lot of PvP content or guild focus at the moment. In my opinion, though, the second that changes, we'll still be behind, so... I do prefer when games launch in full as opposed to doing these weird early access. If you got accepted into the early access months ago, that persisted, and then a month or so ago, they released the early access client on the Netmarble PC client. So not on Steam, but the Netmarble PC client. You were able to play the game. So people have been pumping away, getting ahead. What is going on here? Oh, there we go. But yeah, I wanted to try out this live streaming thing. I've got another live stream of Go-Go Muffin coming up, and I figured this would be a good test stream for that one. That game, I'm going to be pushing some content for the first day or two. Unfortunately, my wife works the night before and the night of, so she won't be joining me. That one's a little bit unfortunate. But we were planning on having a little team. We'll probably go in tank for that one. That one's got me pretty excited. We're just going to be kind of speeding through this content as we can. I don't care about the story. That's not why I play these games. I want to have some cool looking units and do some big damages. That is all I am about. And I have no idea what's going on. Obtained rewards. Now, unfortunately, it looks like there's probably a 15 to 20-second delay. So if one of you guys is hopping in and trying to chat, it'll be quite a bit before you hear me respond. Here, I'm going to count down. When I get to a good little point, I'm going to internally count to see how much of a delay this actually is. Once I beat this battle, I'll start counting. The second I see victory on my phone, until when I see victory on my computer. Yeah, it's about a 20-second delay. That is not a small delay. Kind of kills the whole idea of it being a live stream, but we'll have to look into that later. That might be something only given to the big guys. The bigger streamers with no delay. I remember when Twitch first came out and there was no delay. I mean, you're talking like a split second. And that was the norm. Then there was a few years of like a mandatory 30-second delay unless you were big, and that just killed small channels. I thought that was kind of silly. Never quite understood why they did that. I mean, I get why. It was cheaper. What was this? Amazon bought them and didn't really do much with the platform. I can't think of any significant changes that Twitch has made in the last, like, 6 years. It's probably about how long ago Amazon bought them, give or take a couple. So far, it seems like the stream is working fairly well, though, from the Mac. It's kind of an interesting setup. I have my mic through a Go XLR, which is not Mac compatible, so I had to download some software to get it to run through the Mac. So the mic's actually working pretty good as well. But then I am mirroring my iPhone to my Mac and then just using display capture on the Mac. Or on Streamlabs. So now it's funny, this has been my most hyped game for about 2 years now. And now that it's here, I don't know if I'm feeling it quite as much. I'm sure this is a really good main game, though. And I think I'm just not in a main game kind of position. A lot of life stuff going on right now, guys. The original plan was these next few months I was taking to really push YouTube. And I have multiple channels, by the way. To push YouTube and voice acting. And the fire department that I was going to apply to ended up opening up about 6 months earlier than expected. So I'm going through that process right now. But I'm trying to get a good groove of content going. That way, if I do get the job, I don't have to stop making content again. Because this is something I do enjoy. We don't even have close to enough resources for some summons. We do have a freebie, but we can only get rares. Do we not have anything else? Oh, what is this? Rise summon. New players only. Get a common legendary hero. This summon will end when you obtain all the heroes on the list. Huh? How does that work? Let's go for it. We got Gwyn, Killian. I like the art style. Frederick. A name. Arthur. Cormac. Oh, who do we get here? Ooh. She's kind of cool. Morgan. Morgan. Douglas. God, Douglas. Blah, 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 blah. I'm having a stroke here. Douglas looks really cool, but his name is Douglas. Okay, we got Morgan. Did that banner disappear on me? I wanted to read more about it. I think that's all we have. Okay. So now, let's go check out Morgan. She's pretty cool. What does she do? She has some defense down. Damage taken increase. Oh, that's awesome. A defense break with damage taken increase? Oh, that'll be juicy. Wait, when using skill 1. Oh. Let's go ahead and get her on our team here. I'm not going to worry too much about stats at this point in the game. Really don't have anything good enough to need to do that. But we are going to power her up a little bit. And I don't know who else I'd want to power up yet. So I think I'll just do her and Arthur at the moment. And we'll go from there. A major rework to skills in Raven Dawn is coming. Ooh. I haven't played that in a bit since they banned me. All I did in that game was fish. That's what I like doing in MMOs. I like to fish. I'm the fishing guy. And they banned me because they thought I was botting. And I wasn't the only person either. That's the funny part. I do like a good fishing minigame in an MMO. Now we're looking through the shop here, trying to see if I got any more free goodies. Trying to get rid of all my red dots. That's the big thing, really. More red dots. They always do this. They hide the red dot under a plethora of paid things to get you to look through everything. Give me my freebies. Okay, got rid of the dot. And back we go. You've obtained a storm relic with the Shrine of Diana. You can change relics. Tap to swap the storm relic. What did that do? That changes damage type? That's cool. Changes abilities as well. Grants all allies attack increase and attack speed increase. Oh, I like that. What did the fire one do? Just more damage and a stun? Let's get some sweet buffs in here. Oh, I forgot to equip Morgan. Whoops. I need to look at all the units we can summon. With this art style, I expect some really cool looking units. Queen Claudis. Or Cloudis. That guy on the right's taking a pretty good beating. Oh, I love that you can swap the camera. That's a feature you'll hear me talk a lot in my videos about. I wish more games let you alter the camera in combat. I think it's a really easy way to make fights more engaging is to either be able to move the camera around or just have them move the camera around more. Sometimes it's a little bit over the top though, but I will take it over the static view, that is for sure. Not too shabby. Hey, quick question for you guys. Can you hear the game audio? Is it too loud, too quiet? I'm not able to live listen to it. It's kind of a weird setup I've got going on here. But this is my first stream here on YouTube. I wanted to check it out, test it out a little bit. Fumble my way through some learning experiences. The restricted area is ready to be unlocked. Ooh. Fearsome dungeons. I do like dungeons. I think the dungeons and gear dungeons, favorite part of these gacha games. I love having, say 10 stages or 10 difficulties and just trying to progress to the next one. Ooh, and tower mode. I'm a sucker for a good tower or abyss. Now, eventually, guys, if this is something that ends up working for my content flow as well as my viewers, that's a cool looking boar. I'm working on a little area in the house here for recording. It's going to be a recording / editing little studio. That's for voice stuff as well as these videos. And I'll have a little station set up for live streaming. And I'll have a camera and everything. So if this ends up being something that the people want, and if it works well for me, we're going to have a camera, nice little backdrop. It'll be a good time. But for now, we're going to keep butchering this boar. Yeah, I love the animations, guys. It's almost worth playing the game just for the art. I realized I had it turned down to ×2 speed instead of ×3 because I wanted to enjoy it a little bit more. Oh, I forgot to equip Morgan again. I'll probably forget next fight too, but it's okay. We'll get there eventually. Now what I really got to do is figure out a good team composition to pursue. I'm also going to make sure real quick that my mic's actually coming through, so bear with me. Perfect. You guys are going to get a slight loop there for a second, but it'll work out, I promise. Did I lose my audio? I forgot to equip Morgan again. I don't think I'm going to beat this stage though. Yeah, I'm already getting my pooper smashed in. All right, let's go ahead and forfeit this fight. If I do retry, will it just insta pop in? Oh, it will. Okay, hope I didn't just waste energy on that. I don't think I'm strong enough for this one yet. Oh, I did have Morgan in. How did I not? What is this? Battle multiplier? What is this? Oh, okay. So you get to challenge it once, but it will give you the rewards of 3 and then consume the resources of 3. I like that. Yeah, I'll do one of these guys. Get some experience biddies. There are a lot of status effects going on here. I do hope I can eventually get this game to run natively on my Mac. Netmarble does not have a PC client, or I guess a Mac client, a desktop client for Macs yet. And for whatever reason, I couldn't get this game to record well on my PC. Fun fact, I tried to make a video about this game about a month ago. But for whatever reason, it was OBS, Streamlabs, Hypercam, everything I tried to record the game with was hurting my computer. Was struggling. So I just gave up on it. I've got a good PC too. It's got a 2080 in it. I don't even remember what the processor is. Processor's really good. But it's done me well for so long. But Streamlabs, for whatever reason, with Windows 10s have had some issues the last couple of years. Or so I saw when I was looking into it. One of my heroes reached max level. Go to the advancement screen. Okay, here we go. My game crashed. I did see a lot of people saying that it was crashing for them on iOS. That was my first crash of today, so not bad. Not too shabby. All right, let's try that again. Without crashing this time. Advance Morgan up. Oh yeah, we're getting some sweet progression now, guys. We'll do Morgan and Arthur for now. We'll level her up first. Now, are there in-game overviews of the characters? I'd like to find out who is worth powering up. But I don't particularly want to go to a video quite yet. The codex has every single hero. Ooh. I'm going to look through some of these units. Oh, he is cool. I like this guy. Lot. Yeah, that's a cool looking unit. Morgan, of course. He's pretty cool looking. Guinevere. Lancelot. I like the sword. I do like that it's not too over the top. I do like over the top styles, though. I will say that. But for this, it kind of works so far. Oh, she's cool. Got the dual swords. Is there anybody that stands out to me? She's probably the most unique looking one so far, because the rest are humans from what I've seen. Are these all of them? This is all of the legendaries? Okay. Oh, he's cool. Florentius. I think this guy's probably the coolest looking. And by a long shot, too. Legendary Lot. His weapon is the Flame Grinder. Can I advance her more? I cannot. I need uncommon mana orbs. Okay, I like that it has this little quick go-to function. Not too shabby. I always appreciate a game that adds that. Where you need a resource to do something, and if you click the resource, it takes you right where you get it. I like that. I don't think I'm strong enough to beat this guy. We'll see. I'll do my due diligence at some point and find out who I should be powering up, though. I'm actually doing better than I thought. I gotta see if I have a healer after this. I replaced one of these low-level guys with a healer and leveled up the healer. I'd probably cruise right through, no issue. Oh, not bad. Okay. And we did get some of the orbs that we needed in order to level up Morgan again. So let's go ahead and advance her. Oh no, I lied. We need some of these guys. Draconic Fairy Stones. Okay. Let's go ahead and get some of those, I guess. We'll go to the main story. Let's just progress through the main story, because the later stages, I might be able to farm them quicker. So let's power through the story a little bit. Oh, what up, Barcode? My dude. You did download it? Haven't started it yet? It's not bad. It's definitely one of those games you got to go into it ready for a main game style, though. There's a lot going on. Hey, real quick, since you're here, can you hear the game? I've got a really weird streaming setup right now. I'm mirroring my iPhone to my Mac. Skip this. I'm not a story guy. You guys know me. I'm not a big story guy for these games. Best thing about this game is definitely the art. Aesthetically, the game is solid. You can't hear the game? Well, dang. Can you hear it at all, or it's just quiet? Like super quiet. I don't know if I can fix that. I'll be honest with you, Barcode. I don't know if I can fix that. Your favorite button is skip? Dude, no doubt. Absolutely. I was recording a first impression of Heaven Burns Red last night, and I did no research going into it. The game is like 90% dialogue. I played for an hour before getting my second combat. You also like the passive movement of the characters during fight battle. Oh yeah, or during battle. Yeah, I like all the fluff animations. One thing that always kind of irked me about Raid, aside from the aggressive monetization, was the animations. They had really good looking characters, really good animations during combat, but once you beat the fight, everybody did the exact little arm pump. And that always just pissed me off. I was like, you guys got millions of dollars, arguably the best looking gacha game on the market, and that's all you could do for their victory animation is a little fist bump. Despicable. One thing that kind of bugs me about this is they were very vague with how the launch was going to go. Not only the dates, because the date originally was the end of December. So I had this slated for a month from now, so this kind of caught me off guard. But the early access, it was very vague about if there was going to be a new server at launch, or what was going to happen with early access at all. They said that it would persist, they wouldn't delete, but they never clarified if it would be the same server. So getting kind of a late start here. People have been playing for months. How's my phone holding up? Oh, not bad. I'm at 81% still. Not too shabby. So the real question, Barcode, is when are you coming back? Is this the game for Barcode? 2 soft launches? Dude, there's been so many. I think over a year ago, they had a soft launch on Steam. And then it went dark, and then Netmarble bought it. And then Netmarble has done a slew of early access, soft launch type deals over the last like 5 months. So at no point was it clear to me that the one that started a couple months ago would be the main live server. Not that it's that big of a deal. I would rather start a game a year late than a month late, though. Does that make sense? We are cruising right along. What, you want to do the channel? I feel that. Oh, yeah, because you were kind of hoping to get away from mobile games, huh? As a whole. I'm telling you, man, the best way to do that is what a lot of these guys have done. Look at any of the mobile game streamers, specifically Epic 7 streamers, what they did when Genshin came out. So Genshin worked for them because it was a mobile game, right? But then it also ended up being a really, really big global release, not just on mobile. So we had a lot of Epic 7 streamers that are now just PC streamers, or YouTubers, I should say. And they started Epic 7. Or heck, Darth Microtransactions. He was always a Raid Shadow Legends guy. He did a bunch of other gacha games too. And then he did Diablo Immortal. And then when Diablo 4 came out, he just lateraled right over to that. And now he's huge. And he deserves it too. He's a really cool guy. Darth Microtransactions. What a guy. Heck, Tectone. Tectone became one of the biggest streamers. And I used to watch his Ulala videos. He used to make mobile gaming content for Ulala. My favorite games. I think I'm losing this fight. It's going to be kind of close. Now let's power some people up. One thing I'm expecting with this game, and what will have me kind of hesitant, is it just feels like it's going to have a lot of pay in it. I'm not really hyped for that. I've been enjoying hopping around a bunch of different games lately, playing them for free, trying to get my enjoyment out of them. Oh, I wasn't even using Morgan. I'm the issue. Hold up. Let's go back to the story. He wanted to do a collab with you once? Microtransaction or Tectone? Either one of those are huge. There we go. Okay, now we got Morgan in there. Probably beat it now. Oh, there's also like a 30-second delay almost. I think it's 20-something seconds, so so bear with me. I think that's just natural. I think that's just default for YouTube. I don't know if there's anything I can do to combat that. Darth Micro? Dude, good for you. You should hit him up like, hey man, your offer still stand? He's a cool guy. I always liked how quirky his personality was. He was kind of, he felt unique for the raid scene. It was an oddly serious scene. Then he had this guy coming in. But it's cool to see him grow so much. Yeah, man, I'm starting some, this week I need to buy some materials. I'm going to convert a little space downstairs to a studio. Be like an editing, recording, mix studio. It's going to be a good time. If I end up doing more streams too, I'll set up a little corner down there that's looks nice and get the camera up and everything. Show my beautiful ball dome again. Reminds you of Carrot Top? Oh, man. I'm sure he gets that a lot, and I'm sure he never appreciates it. There are some cool looking enemies in this. Glutton he had an alligator sticking out of his stomach, or out of his shoulder. Cool. I don't know if you guys are like me or if anybody's like me. I judge a game pretty aggressively on its boss design. And something I think Epic 7 really dropped the ball on was the boss design. Like the Wyvern and all those dungeons. And it might be different now. But for the first 2 years, the bosses were very underwhelming to look at. And I was really surprised. For how good of a game it was and how much focus it had on design, it really, really suffered in that area. One game that has me hyped is Chaos Zero Nightmare. I just made a video on that one too. I think that's going to be my next big game. I'll probably dabble in King Arthur pretty casually for the next few months, if I had to guess. But Chaos Zero Nightmare looks amazing. It has a very similar art style to Epic 7, but a lot darker. And that just, oh, it gets me. It's already almost December and you have no desire to play any mobile game? Trying to find a new game to play. I feel that, man. I have been downloading everything that comes my way. Any game that comes across my, my socials, I download it. Just for fun. Check them out. But that's how I've been getting my enjoyment, is just playing a bunch of different ones for, a few days to a week and then dropping it. No main games, though. Chaos Zero Nightmare doesn't have a release date, but I think that's going to be a really big one. It's made by Smilegate again. Really cool art style. What else is coming out? This was the other big release I was looking forward to. Go-Go Muffin. It's not a very big release, but I'll be playing that one regularly. Quit like 10 minutes into it. It's a way to do it, man. It keeps us free to play. I find I'm a lot less inclined to spend money if I have the mentality of just playing a game for a little bit and then hop into the next one. What other games are coming out? I've been putting them on my calendar. There's a few others that I'm missing. Ash Echoes was a pretty big launch. The game wasn't bad. It had a lot more going on than I expected. So I wasn't quite ready for it. We're in a big era of action games coming out, though. And I'm not a huge action game fan, especially for mobile. If I want to play a really sweet action game, I'll play something on the computer, I guess, or on my Steam Deck. But it's not really why I like the mobile game. I like a little bit more passive combat. All the auto battle features with wait, hold up, I can't read this. I'm so blind. All the auto battle. Why is this so blurry? Am I stroking out? All the auto battle features with only like one skill or one ultimate bores you. Oh, I feel that. And they all are the same too. They all feel so cookie cutter. It's rare to find one that stands out. And it's like there's so many games that if you just jumped into the mobile gaming market for the first time, you'll find a game and it will just feel awesome to you. It'll feel super unique. But when you've played 100 of them, they feel very similar. So for me, I base it off of how much quality of life the game has, and then if I like the art style. And that's pretty much the two main metrics on whether or not I play a game for more than, a session. Where do I go to find about, hold up, my screen is too far away. Where do I find out about upcoming releases? Man, I get a lot of ads on Instagram and then Reddit, I suppose. I'm trying to think. Reddit's probably my main one. I follow the Gacha Gaming Reddit, and they talk about a lot of global launches and then whatnot. A lot of the games that I'm looking forward to, they were announced and they released in Korea like a year ago or something, so we're just waiting on global. Yeah, action on mobile, not my thing. Like Wayfinder. I'm not a huge action guy to begin with, but Wayfinder is really fun. And I play that on my PC. I wouldn't want to play that on my phone. Strategy RPGs are card games that take all the theory crafting for mobile. Yeah. Dude, that's another thing is, I don't know if you're like me, I used to love Pokemon. Like growing up, Pokemon was one of my favorite games. I have not been able to thoroughly enjoy a Pokemon game since getting into mobile gacha games. Summoner's War specifically was the first game that just ruined it for me. It's like, why would I play a game where I've got 4 abilities and they're all just different flavors of damage amounts when all these mobile games in my pocket for free have all these buffs and debuffs and intricate team building and, totally ruined Pokemon for me. Do you like when you say card games, what kind of card games do you mean? Do you mean like Seven Deadly Sins that had the card-based combat, or do you mean, heck, what other card games are there? Do you mean like poker or like Uno? That's what you need. You need a good old gacha Uno. Oh, okay, like a TCG. Okay, the new Pokemon TCG Pocket game is good. Oh, I still need to try that. I played Pokemon TCG very little when I was young. I was a big Yu-Gi-Oh kid. And now I play a lot of Magic. I play a lot of Magic with the wife. Hearthstone was really good too. Yeah, I liked Hearthstone a lot. I liked the WoW universe in Hearthstone more than I liked the WoW universe in WoW. I don't know how to explain that any better than that. But it was fun to kind of dabble in, you know, the different classes and stuff in Hearthstone. I find myself getting lost in WoW too much. It's just not my thing anymore. Chaos Zero Nightmare has a card-based system. It looks like it's going to be more like Seven Deadly Sins, which I like. But I would say if a mobile game at some point is what you're wanting, that will probably be your best bet. Or this. King Arthur's pretty good so far. Don't know of any other big games coming out that I can think of at least. I'm probably forgetting a bunch. Final Fantasy XIV mobile. Did you hear about that one? That's an official title. I'm very skeptical. I would love to say it's going to be good because of the official collaboration and all, but man, I just doubt it. Yeah, I'm not sure how to feel about that one. You know, it's like I'd like to think that they will care enough to make sure that the company does a proper job. But a proper job, it needs to have enough of the same features as the actual game. Because if it just goes in being an MMO, it's going to feel like the other thousands that we have on phone. It'll need to have the profession system. It'll need to have the housing system. Yeah, I just don't see it being... I just don't think they're going to do that. What other games are coming out? You like MMOs too. Core Punk's coming out. You know, Once Human might be kind of an interesting one as well. Kind of similar to the whole going from mobile game to Genshin to being a PC YouTuber type deal. Is that Once Human is obviously primarily PC right now, but it's coming out to mobile soon. Game is a lot of fun, actually. It's a really good game. I need to play that more. Yeah, my big plans right now were push this channel because it's been pretty smooth for me to make these mobile videos. I've got a pretty good workflow down now. So push these. I've got a League of Legends channel that I'm casually pushing. The big goal was to get my survival channel back up and running, but we'll see. I'm in the process with the fire department right now, so depending on how that goes, we'll see how much time I have available. I don't know if I'm going to win this one. Oh, there we go. Big damage from Morgan. You know, I am only 3% battery down. I am surprised how good this game looks and how little it is just dumping my battery. Good job, game. All right, my dude. I appreciate you stopping by. I'll look forward to your next season of YouTube videos. All right, what do we got here? We got clans now. Okay. Let's see who we can join. The Warriors. A lot of Russian clans. Newbies. Is there a quick join? No? No quick join? Sure, we'll join Evil Dead. A handful of these say to join through the Discord, and I'm just not about it. One thing that's kind of getting me about this game is a lot of directed tutorials. We just don't need this much force guidance. Ooh, Gorgas. Oh, you know, I have a new SSR, or a SR? Nat4? What do they call them in this game? You can synthesize materials now. Okay. Golly, I don't need to click every single element of the interface. Holy shit. Oh my god. You can synthesize materials, and then it highlighted 5 different pieces of the page for me to click. They weren't even interactable. My goodness, game. Okay, how do I... Let's go to this guy. Tristan. He looks okay. Not the biggest fan, but he is legendary. Oh, he's a legendary. How did I pull legendary and not notice? I was probably chatting it up. I'll get Tristan up here. Let's get him to 20. Can we get him up? Oh, we can. We can get Arthur up as well. Let's go ahead and get Arthur and get him up to 30. Oh, yeah, we're getting strong. Oh, just kidding. He's up to 22. We ran out of resources. Alrighty. Got a free summon here. There are a lot of buttons to click on this interface. Oh, I just remembered the other game I'm really hyped for. I forgot to tell Barcode about. Monster Hunter Outlanders. Even though I called it Outlands the entire time of that video, Outlanders is the actual name. And I'm excited for it. All right, let's see if we can progress a little further. We're on to chapter 4 now. Cruising right along. Alrighty, guys, that has been King Arthur Legends Rise. That is going to be it for this stream. Mostly a test stream. I wanted to feel it out. I was also kind of curious how it would push it to viewers and subscribers, so I was kind of interested to see that. In retrospect, I think it's going to be almost mandatory that I have a camera for this, because I'm watching this on my computer, and I'd be honest, guys, I don't think I would watch it. I don't know if my sweet, sweet voice is enough for people to just stick around. And if there's a camera, I don't have to talk as much, because you'll know I'm alive. If you go to just a page and there's just the game, you don't know if they're even there. Or dead. Alright, that's all. Thank you guys so much for being here. I will see you in the next video and the future streams. Goodbye.